G'day guys, Matt Brand here. Check this out. It's the new Hyundai i20N and it's kind of like a Kia Picanto but turned up to 100. It's on steroids and I absolutely love this thing. Today we're going to be doing a full in-depth review of it. We're going to check out the exterior, we're going to look at the interior, we're going to take it for a drive both on the road, on the track. I'm going to time it to 100 kilometers an hour to see if it's really up to its manufacturer's claims. And if you guys have been long-time channel fans, you'll know that I love the i30N, my favorite hot hatch. So I'm going to be seeing if this is a cut price i30N. Cool, let's just get straight into it. Okay, let's start by taking a look at the front of this thing because I think it is stunning. The lights, the LED daytime running light looks absolutely incredible. These lights are LED as standard. Don't get that on the Fiesta ST anymore. So I'm going to insert some booing sounds from, I don't know, someone. I love all the active aero. You got air ducts here to cool the brakes. You've got your checkered race flag grill thing. I mean, it looks cool. I'm sure it adds another 10 horsepower. Got a red lip here, very stunning, and another front lip spoiler thing there too. Somehow, despite all of this going on, it looks absolutely incredible, especially on the road when it's just rolling down the road. Man, this thing is stunning, especially with all its cuts and creases. I love it. Oh, and also this N badge there for Namyang, Nürburgring. I'm sure I butchered both of those pronunciations. Okay, so coming to the side, and yeah, it's pretty special over here as well. Take a look at these wheels. These 19-inch wheels here, they look absolutely stunning. They're wrapped in Pirelli P0s. I wish they were wrapped in Michelin Pilot Sport 4s, but hey, they actually have quite a bit of grip as you'll see on track. Got your N brakes here, and they are much larger than in the standard i20N, which doesn't come to Australia, but who cares when we have the i20N anyway. And then if you come to the side, you'll see blacked out mirror caps here. Again, heaps of cuts and creases. Looks stunning. More red piping down the bottom. This one here has the optional two-tone black roof. And yeah, that's the one I would go for because otherwise it's just really blue, but this breaks it up perfectly. Yeah. I just absolutely love this thing. Let's take a look at the rear. Okay, let's talk about the rear now because this is absolutely stunning. In fact, it's my favorite angle of the car. So first of all, get this really meaty spoiler at the top, and it does provide quite a bit of downforce. Apparently, I wouldn't know, I'm just a nuffy. You got these lights here. They look absolutely fantastic too. Love the way that they wrap around in this like 3D effect here. Looks like it has a light bar, but it's not. It's simply a reflector, which is disappointing, but for the price, I'm not too surprised. I love these here as well. And look, it streamlines air, kind of creates turbulence or something. Also this, the fuel filler cap is right there. Did not expect that to open, but it's cool that it works like that. Then we have the badge here, the i20N badge. I don't know why, I just absolutely love the N badge. Heaps of this like performance blue here, this meaty diffuser. And take a look at this over here. Look at this exhaust. Looks like it's straight off an Audi RS3. There's only one of them, but it sounds absolutely phenomenal. Take a listen for yourself. I think this car is absolutely stunning. Oh, and there's one thing I want to show you on the side. Have a look at this because the overhangs on this car are almost non-existent. There's like that much body here from the back, and then if we run to the front, you'll see there's that much body here too. It really does have the classic hot hatch wheel in each corner. It looks absolutely amazing, especially in person. And I'm really tempted to buy one. I'm really tempted to buy one. But anyway, let's forget that thought and talk about some practicality. Okay, so let's quickly talk about practicality because that matters in a hot hatch. It actually does. So there's plenty of room within here. Surprisingly, for such a small car, I can fit a suitcase in there. My suitcase that carried all my bloody gear here, it all fit. We've got a subwoofer here too, which is actually pretty impressive. And really surprisingly, you have heaps of space underneath this false floor, but this false floor just helps to raise it up so it's easier to lift things in and out of. You know, you get your net here too. You can also put down the rear seats if you want to get even more room. This thing is super practical. Let's go talk about the interior. Okay, so what about the interior? Generally speaking, you're gonna expect this to be the place where they've cut costs, and to a large extent they have. You have hard materials kind of everywhere, but in the places that do count, you do have softer materials, though, you know, not the nicest. But when you're sitting in here, you don't really care because this is a Euro spec car, meaning it's really meant for the European market. Generally speaking, those markets really like nicer interiors, and they've definitely spent the money. Even though this is a tiny car, I have so much room in here. I like the design, this, like, I don't even know what you'd call it, but I like it. Storage space is surprisingly good. Couple of cup holders here, massive door bins. The glove box is actually massive size too. The center armrest, it's a pretty massive size. Hyundai have actually gone out and given a about ergonomics practicality. Even the air conditioning controls, you know, they're just simple, but they work. And in terms of tech, you get a lot. You have a 10.25-inch infotainment display here, same as in every other one of their cars, and it's amazing. You have navigation, digital radio, wired Android Auto, and wired Apple CarPlay. Yes, this system is capable of wireless, just it's not been enabled because of some sort of battle between Google or Apple and the Hyundai Motor Company. So come on, sort it out. God damn it, it's been so long. Anyway, that extends into the digital instrument cluster up ahead of you, which is really responsive, not the fastest, and you can kind of tell that this one has a bit of a slower processor in it because when you change between the different drive modes, there's just a little bit of lag. But it's still very good. You can see plenty of information in front of you, especially when you change into N mode and you get a center tack, and it's just so cool. You got your sports displays to the right, very good implementation, and it's definitely better than the analog gauges you still get in the i30N, which seems so dumb. But anyway, let's talk about this steering wheel, because this is one of the nicest steering wheels you will find in any car, let alone a car this cheap. So it's nice leather steering wheel. Love the blue stitching around it. By the way, that is a theme across the entire interior. We have like this blue insert here, stitching here on the gear knob, even on the real handbrake. But yeah, on the steering wheel, you get loads of buttons to control absolutely everything within here, including your lane follow assist, meaning it will hook you up to the center of the lane. Really good for longer journeys. I've spent about 4 hours driving on highways in this thing, and it was awesome for that. But this is the best part. You have two N buttons here. So if you want to go into N mode, you press the right button, and that will take you into the standard N mode, which is full fat, 100% everything. Except now you have customizable buttons. So you have N custom one, and if we hold this one down, and you can adjust this, but this turns off traction completely, or you can press the N button twice to get to custom mode 2. So this thing is so customizable, like an M car. Not surprising, because the lead developer of BMW M hopped over to Hyundai to create the N division, so not surprising that it's here, but still very cool. And you have a rev button here as well, which means that you can turn on rev matching, which, as you'll see on the track, is a really good feature to have. A couple of other things as well. The shifter here, it's so nice. One of the nicest shifters in any cars. Super, super notchy. Although it's not the easiest manual to drive because this clutch is super springy. The other thing is these seats. They're cloth and this faux leather, but they're super, super supportive. They really hug you. But I'm a pretty thick guy with a couple of C's, and it's not like, doesn't feel like it's about to kill me, you know? But of course, it's manually adjusting. I wouldn't expect anything less, especially for the package. And this is what I love about the i20N, is that for its price, performance, and just the amount of tech that's thrown into here, it doesn't feel like it's as cheap as it is. And we'll get into price in a moment, but I'm shocked, truly shocked. It's a really nice place to be. Let's go take a look at the rear seats. Okay, so this shocked me as well, how much space I actually have back here. Again, 5'11", heaps of knee room. Toe room is okay. Headroom, really good. It's shocking because this thing is tiny, but you do just have a lot of room. Negatives being that it feels a little bit cheap back here. This cloth seat is not the nicest. You got a little storage area here and a USB port, but there's no map pocket on the driver's side, but there is on the passenger side. Interesting. And yeah, the quality of the materials, it's cheap. It feels really cheap back here. Even the armrest. Ooh, that's a hard material. Also in front of you, because this is a nice sporty bolstered seat, I cannot see in front of me. So that could be a problem on longer journeys. But those concessions aside, it's actually pretty good. I'm shocked. I'm genuinely surprised. I expected much worse. Oh, I also forgot to mention the Bose sound system actually sounds good. That's one of my biggest complaints of the Fiesta ST. Its Bang & Olufsen sound system is horrendous. This is actually really good. Yeah, really like the interior. Let's go talk specs. Okay, so let's talk about specs, because honestly, this is one of the most exciting things about this car. Under the bonnet, you get a fire-breathing 1.6 litre 4-cylinder turbocharged engine. We've seen it in like the Kia Sorento GT that I reviewed. That was my long-termer. Same engine, but it just feels like the tuning has been turned up to 100. So you get 150 kilowatt of power, 275 Newton meters of torque, but that's not all, because it does have overboost. So under ideal conditions, you will go up to 304 Newton meters of torque. That's a lot of power and torque. Anyway, this thing looks beautiful and it drives beautifully, as you'll see on track and on the road. But I guess what a lot of people want to know is, how quick is it in a straight line? So let's do some launch control. Okay, so Hyundai claimed that this will do 0 to 100 kilometers an hour in just 6.1 seconds. But what will it actually do? Well, let's activate launch control. We will floor it and accelerate, and let's just go. So floor it, dump the clutch. Oh my God. That didn't sound very good at all, did it? 0 to 100 in 9.46 seconds. Yeah, I think we can blame the tires for that. I think, let's try it one more time. Okay, let's try it again. So we're gonna manage it ourselves. Let's see if we can. Bit slow. Oh, close. 0 to 100 in 9.7 seconds. I just don't think that's right. I don't think my drag is right. I'm returning it. I don't like you anymore. I've actually timed this on track using professional gear in about 6 seconds. So yeah, it's faster than that. You're wrong, Draggy. You are wrong, sir. Go away. Now, before we drive away, I should probably mention how much it costs. Just over 36,000 Australian dollars drive away, if you can even get one, because like the first 600 allocations are almost gone. So I'm not usually one to say this, but if you want one of these, you should probably go speak to your Hyundai dealer now, because they're about to go. Anyway, let's get on the road. Okay, so here we are just on the road for now in the i20N. I'm on a highway right now going about 100 kilometers an hour. Let's see what happens when I drop it into third. See how quickly it accelerates. This thing is so impressive. It doesn't feel like it's breakneck quick. What it feels is just super powerful at all speeds. Hyundai claim that they have this like flat tune, and I believe them. I mean, it feels completely linear, which is strange for a turbo, because we've seen this 1.6 litre 4-cylinder turbo around. It's been in heaps of different Kia Hyundai products, and man, it's just so well suited for a tiny little hot hatch like this. Steering is incredibly heavy, doesn't matter what mode you're in. Of course, when you do change between the different driving modes, eco, normal, and sport, and really I've only kept this thing in N mode, the steering tune becomes heavier. It doesn't have adaptive dampers, but that's not actually a bad thing, because a lot of these engineers who work on these cars, they're like, we're so glad it doesn't have adaptive dampers. We don't have to have different tunes. It's just one that we can hone in and dial in perfectly. And they've done a really good job. As I said, I'm on a highway right now going like 120. It doesn't feel like it at all. It doesn't feel like it at all. But this is the best part, you know, as I said, you drop a gear and you just floor it. And it sounds amazing. There is a lot of pumped in noise, but the exhaust sound itself is really, really good. And it's just so much fun to hoon around the corner. Now, of course, power is sent through to this beautiful it's sent through to this beautiful 6-speed manual transmission. It does have that rev matching, as I said, which is awesome. It means you don't have to heel and toe, though you can do. It's not the easiest. I will say that this really isn't an easy manual to drive. You guys know that my Golf GTI is manual, and this feels, you know, much more sporty. The clutch is incredibly springy when you do downshift, but once you get into the rhythm, it becomes like any other manual. You get used to it. One of the best things about this car, and one of the reasons that I think it handles even better than an i30N, is because it has a mechanical limited slip differential. I believe it's a Torsen unit, and it is just so good. You floor it, you turn, and it stays so planted. But not only that, it does send power to the wheel with most grip, and so you just feel like you get pulled around, especially as you'll see on the racetrack. But then yeah, let's say you want to be normal and you want to put the car into normal mode and you just want to cruise along. There is quite a lot of road noise. There is a bit of wind noise too, but once you have this sound system on, which as I said is really good, you just kind of forget about it. It doesn't it's really not a big issue. But yeah, they clearly did save some money on the sound paneling. Not that I care. It's just something to note, especially if you're doing a lot of highway kilometers. But other than that, it is just super duper comfy. Really, really good on the roads. But how does it perform on the track? Well, let's go take a look at that. Okay, so here we are on track. Oh boy, I'm excited. This thing, it's the first time I've taken any sort of end product out on the track. And yeah, I'm gonna keep it a bit chill for the first lap, get everything warmed up, and then we're gonna take it hard. But let me just tell you some of my initial impressions. So first of all, I'm in N mode, and I'm kind of glad they haven't gone for like adaptive dampers here, because it seems to be perfect no matter the situation. This isn't the hot lap, right? I've got one lap right now. I've done a few laps earlier in the day, but filming takes a long time. So I've got like one big lap to go ahead and get something cool for you guys. So that's what I've got to goddamn do, because I'm Matt Brand Cars, and I give cars the sauce, apparently now on tracks. So yeah, by the way, as a bit of context, this is Wakefield track. Keep that in mind. All right, ladies and gents, it's time to give this thing some sauce. Let's go. So we're on the straight here. Oh man, even at 150 k's per hour, this thing feels really planted. Oh, we don't want to come in too quick. All right. I definitely cocked a wheel there. Oh, hit the red living up. That's not good. Yeah, no, you didn't say that. Slow down. Oh. One thing I'm noticing, first of all, the handling is absolutely incredible. The second thing, as I failed to downshift there, is that the mechanical LSD works wonders. I've also taken the Kona N out on track today, and don't worry, you will be seeing a review of that very soon. And let me tell you, this thing handles so much better, just mechanically. Obviously that is an SUV, but I can't wait to watch this back. I'm gonna cringe so hard, but I'm having so much fun right now. Okay, about to run off. We're not doing that. No, it's all under control. Okay, come on. I'll do one more lap. I can't help myself. It's for testing purposes. I probably look like the biggest idiot right now. Something I'm actually really impressed by is that this thing, you can actually track everything through the software. Not only that, it actually has maps, Australian raceways. They're all built in to the system. So you can literally track the track as you're driving around it. It's amazing. The technology that they pump in here, and not only that, when you look at it from the fact that this thing comes with a track warranty. What? It's unbelievable. No other car company offers a bloody track warranty. Hyundai wants you to take these cars to the track, and the most amazing thing is, after this video shoot here, I'm taking this car back to Sydney. You know, it's not getting loaded up into a trailer and babied. Yes, come on. It doesn't live like that. It doesn't have to. As long as you do like a cool down lap, let the brakes cool down and everything. But it's amazing. These cars are literally the perfect daily driver, but they're also a perfect car just to take to the track like I am today. I'm super, super impressed. So, oh, the exhaust. Anyway, let's get into my final thoughts on the new Hyundai i20N. Yes! Love this thing. Okay, so what are my final thoughts on the new Hyundai i20N? I think this thing is an absolute winner. It is hands down better than the new Fiesta ST, even the facelift. This thing is just incredible, especially at its price point for the performance you get, which is a hell of a lot for a car like this. I think it looks beautiful, drives really well, very well priced, really well equipped. It's a winner, 100% go out and buy one of these. I wish I could. I'm just too poor. Anyway, guys, thank you very much for watching. If you did enjoy the video, you know what to do. Go down into the comment section below. Let me know what you think. Hit that like button as well, because it really does help the channel out. Subscribe if you're new. I'd love to have you around. And click over there. I just got attacked by a fly. Click over there to watch my i30N review. The new dual clutch. It's even a level above this. Anyway, guys, thank you very much for watching. And as always, I'll see you next week.